There's no question that times are different now than they were when I started as a cop. When you go to the police academy, they fill your head with all sorts of garbage. You start out thinking you're doing the world some sort of great service, like you're a hero or something. But the reality is that when you're a cop, you spend way more of your time trying not to get shot than you do saving other people. But I was good at what I did. Very good. I became the youngest head detective in the history of the state of Pennsylvania. And I'm not gonna lie, I loved the prestige that came with the job. I loved the success we had. I loved the newspaper articles, the interviews, all that stuff. Probably a bit too much. But if you do anything for long enough, there's gonna be stuff you regret. Stuff you wish you could go back and change. It's no different from me. There's one distinct moment in my career that I wish I could take back, and it involves a man named Clint Silverman. I have to go back about 5 years for that day when I made the best and worst hire of my career. I remember the day distinctly because it was the day my father-in-law died and I was in an awful mood. The last thing I wanted to do was interview some hotshot Harvard grad with twice my IQ and half my common sense. But Clint Silverman surprised me. Alright, I'm gonna be brief here. Why do you want to join the Scranton Police Department?
For the same reason you did. For the same reason anyone does.
Oh, really? And what's that?
To make the world a better place.
I'll admit, I was impressed by him. He was an Ivy Leaguer, smart as hell, but he had this cool way about him to let you know it was a bad idea to mess with him. I guess what I'm trying to say is that he wasn't exactly a likable guy, but that's not necessarily a bad thing when you do the work we do. So I hired him. And from the first day, he was the best detective we had. I'm sure you're aware of the business we got going on downtown. It's official. We got ourselves a serial killer. I'm sure this won't come as a surprise to you, but I'm assigning you to the case. Winfield's your second in command. He'll be working with you. I want our entire team on this. The longer this lasts, the worse it is for us and for the community.
Has the media gotten involved with this yet?
No, but it's only a matter of time.
The media. They'll spend half their time thinking of a good name for the nut job. Can't wait to see the headlines.
Alright, you two know the drill. Get to work.
Hey, excuse me, sir. Are you Detective Winfield?
Yeah, it's about that nacho incident last week. I had nothing to do with it.
No, sir. My name's Louis Murphy. I'm an intern that's been assigned to work with you for the next couple of months. Detective Morton said that he mentioned it to you in the last meeting.
Oh, well this sucks. That's what I get for sleeping during those meetings. Alright, just try not to get in my way, okay? I might send you down here a couple more times. In fact, why don't you just get a chair here and just make sure no one takes that last Doritos bag?
Sir, actually, I was sent down here to experience the work of a detective.
Detectives eat, don't they?
And if that's going to be a problem, then I'll go down to Detective Morton's office and get myself switched to a different person. And I'll be sure to take that last Doritos bag.
Looks like we got a smart ass here. Well, I got news for you. They signed you with the right guy, because no one's a bigger smart ass than me. I wasn't kidding about that Doritos bag. Keep your eyes on that machine.
At first, I kind of appreciated the case. Nowadays, the forensics team can solve a case before the police even show up. We've got fingerprint testing, DNA testing, everything's so scientific. So when the forensics team showed up and told me they had practically nothing, it was kind of a relief. It felt more like the old days when we used our brains more than we used technology.
Here are the pictures of the murder. Third of its type in the last couple of weeks. The body was found tied to a chair, hands severed off, and lying at the feet of the victim. Multiple stab wounds to the chest.
Any tangible evidence?
Not really. All our tests were inconclusive. Whoever this guy is cleans up pretty well.
Whoever this guy is, he's a sick bastard. Why wasn't I invited to this party?
This guy even authorized to be here.
Is this guy authorized to be here? Who are you, dickhead?
I sent you an email.
Well, we both know I don't check them, so how about you send another one the next time this queer shows up?
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but we've got a witness in the briefing room.
Alright, Silverman, Winfield, you guys go talk to him.
What's up with that guy?
You mean Winfield? He's just doing his job.
Why don't you just worry about yours?
I'm Detective Silverman. This is Detective Winfield. I understand you found the body of the last victim.
The last victim? I'm not sure what you mean. Found my cousin dead, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, it is. What's your name?
Brian Saunders. By the way, I already told the police everything, so I don't know what this is about.
We have a serial killer on the loose here in Scranton. Your cousin was the third victim, and so far the killer hasn't left a trace of who he is or what his agenda is. So I'm going to need you to describe your cousin for me.
You mean Jamie, right?
No, your other cousin that got stabbed to death yesterday.
Well, if you mean Jamie, guess he was a decent guy. Annoying sometimes, but didn't deserve to die the way he did.
And Jamie was unemployed, wasn't he?
Technically, yeah, but he had this gig going where he'd pretend to be crippled and go on the streets and beg for money. You can make hundreds doing that kind of stuff.
And what do you do for a living?
Nothing really. Mooch off friends for the most part. Sometimes I borrow cash from my old man, but he gets pretty pissed when I don't pay him back, so I try to avoid that kind of stress, you know?
Well, I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. If I got the time right, it's $1 freeze hour at Taco Bell, so I'm gonna get out of here. Silverman, can you finish up?
I'll be fine.
So, are we done here, or am I gonna have to make some sort of statement or something?
I think you've told me everything I need to hear. You got a ride home?
Well, I can take the subway, but that'll take like 2 hours because the service sucks in this town.
I could probably take you home.
Really? Thanks, appreciate it.
You have your own apartment?
No, I share one with a friend of mine. We're supposed to be splitting the rent, but between you and me, I've been taking cash from his wallet and using it to pay my half. So far, he hasn't noticed anything. Hey, what about you?
What about me?
Why'd you decide to be a detective?
To make the world a better place.
Really? How do you do that?
Well, I've tried several different methods, but I seem to have found one that works the best.
What the hell's that supposed to mean? Hey, you missed the turn. You're supposed to go right there. Why are we stopping?
The engine noise.
I hear it. What are you doing?
Relax. I'm gonna get something from the glove compartment.
got another guy dead. Same routine. Hands chopped off, no evidence, just like the last three. But get this. The guy that got killed is the same guy we had in here as a witness yesterday. Now, do you have any idea where he went after we released him?
No. Said he was taking the subway home.
Well, apparently he never made it all the way back. Listen, this situation is a huge problem. You know, people are scared right now. And to make matters worse, not only our lives at stake here, but the reputation of this police department is as well. As I'm sure you know, we currently lock up a higher percentage of bad guys than any other department on the East Coast. Now, we have 10 days to catch this guy, or the FBI will take over. And if the FBI takes over, that makes me look bad, that makes you look bad, and we can't have that. We've worked way too hard for that.
I comprehend the situation.
That's great. Now start solving it.
Detective?
Hey Murphy, what's up? You want something to drink? I swiped this from Morton's stash a couple hours ago.
Alright, sure. So, I heard there was another killing.
Yeah.
So what are they calling him? The Stratton Killer?
Nah, that'd probably be the only name that's less creative than what they're actually calling him. The Handless Assassin. 'Cause he cuts off hands, right? Real frickin' original.
So usually you guys would have solved this thing by now, right?
Yeah, but usually we're not dealing with a murder that takes this long to catch. It's like we're going after OJ. Never takes Silverman this long.
What's he like to work with?
Silverman? He's a hard worker. I mean, he wants to put bad people where they can't bother anyone. Can't complain with that. He's also a freaking weirdo. I honestly have no idea what he does in his free time.
Probably reads detective stories or something boring like that.
Hello, sir. I'd like to have a minute of your time just to ask you a few questions.
Well, I don't want to answer any of your questions.
The way I see it, our serial killer has to have someone working for him. Someone who, at the very least, is giving him targets to butcher.
So you don't think the killings are random?
Nah, they're very specific.
Sir, do you have a job?
No. Is this a survey or something?
Sir, do you volunteer at any charitable foundations?
No, get the hell away from me.
I'm sorry, sir. May God have mercy on your soul.
I think the killer has someone working for him, who finds people that deserve to die and marks them out as targets. Then the killer makes sure to find that person in an isolated area, goes to the victim, and working very carefully, slaughters him.
So what type of people is he going after?
Well, look at who he's killed so far. They've all been scumbags.
So he's killing people who are hurting those around him?
It's more like people who aren't contributing anything. People with no lives.
Oh, you're screwed then.
Haha, I'm laughing. Now, I won't be worried unless the handsome killer gets loose and starts stabbing the most attractive people he sees.
Wait, hold on a second. The serial killer cuts off people's hands, right?
Yeah.
So maybe he's doing that to show that they can't take from society anymore. He's killing people that are leeching off humanity.
Based on who he's killed, yeah, that actually makes sense. Let's go find Silverman. Hey, Bill, have you seen Detective Silverman?
He left about 30 minutes ago. I don't know where he went.
Okay, thanks. Where the hell is he? Oh my god. Oh, there you are. We've been looking for you.
I was using the restroom.
For half an hour? Lay off the Mexican food, buddy.
What do you want to talk to me about? Well, we think we figured out the killer's agenda. He seems to be murdering the freeloaders of society, people who aren't contributing anything, at least in his mind. The hand jobbing is symbolic of that.
That's an interesting idea. So he's looking for justice when he kills people?
Yeah.
Justice my ass.
Is that all you want to talk to me about?
Yeah, it is.
So we know why the serial killer is killing people, but what do you think of the chances we actually find him?
We'll find him. Look, if there's something I've learned over the years, it's that a guy like this will screw up eventually. It's only a matter of time. It only takes one mistake. A weapon at a crime scene, a fingerprint, or something like that. No matter what, there's no way this asshole gets away with this. New haircut?
Yep.
It's the same as the last one. Hey, has anything been going on with Silverman lately?
What do you mean?
Well, he's disappeared randomly over the past couple days, and today he was gone for half an hour for no reason. Now look, I'm not trying to get him in trouble, but I just want to know if something's going on with him.
I don't know. I mean, he hasn't said anything to me. To be honest, I don't care what he does with his free time as long as he solves cases.
Well, so far he hasn't solved this one.
Excuse me, sir. The cemetery's closed.